Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. My name's Alistair and this is my channel where we talk about books, mostly fantasy, horror, science fiction, with a few comics, well, graphic novels really, thrown in. Okay, I'm going to do today, it's mid-July and most people are doing what they've read in the first 6 months of July, and as I don't really read new books, um, I mean I've read about 60 books in the last since January, um, but I'm not really going to do that kind of video. So I've got a book haul. Yes, I know, it's quite a large one. My my online buying got out of hand this last couple of weeks, and I went doolally on World of Books and also in Temu, which was strange, but quite. I thought I'd experiment with them, and they're turning out to be quite interesting. Quite an interesting experience. I've seen my T-shirt. It's this one. Dyslexicist. Your mother cooks socks in hell. For those of you who are of the horror bent. Anyway, so let's get started. I'm a bit of a Lynn Carter fan, so these are books that I got from World of Books. I'm a bit of a Lynn Carter fan. Not many people are, or not a lot of people are, or more people than you think. Um, and one of his creations was Thongor, and I got these from World of Books. I ordered one, and they sent me two. So one is old. This is the oldest one. This is from Tandem. At the time, it was 25p back in 1970. It's the first print of the paperback. So it's a bit more expensive than the others because got the others in the series are only 20p. This one's 25. So this was published in the UK by Tandem in 1971. Don't know who did the cover. Very nice cover. I've not. Don't think I've read this one, to be quite honest. But I've got two. They sent me an extra, a different cover. This is from Mayflower. This is 75p, so it's from a few years after the first one. No, it's telling me it was published in 1971. I have a feeling it's a bit later. 1979. Okay, but I can't tell you who did the covers. I had a look online and I couldn't find it, and I can't see any signatures anywhere. But I quite like this one. So this is Thongor fights the pirates of Taracus. So I've got two copies of those, which I'm looking forward to reading. And then this one, which is an anthology, Flashing Swords, edited by Lynn Carter. Lynn Carter edited quite a number of anthologies. Flashing Swords. This is Flashing Swords 1, which I couldn't really let go. Once again, this is from World of Books. I mean, for a book that's, what's this one? 1974. I mean, this is 50 years old. I mean, you know, for a book that's 50 years old, it's in really nice condition. There's a bit of fluffing on the spine, but this one has got. I mean, some of it I've read, and some of them but in different editions. So it's the introduction by Lynn Carter. There's a Fafhrd Grey Mouser story from Fritz Leiber, The Sadness of the Executioner. Jack Vance's Tale of the Dying Earth, Morion, and also a Poul Anderson Viking tale, The Merman's Children, which I think he expanded into a book, if I'm not mistaken. and one from Lynn Carter's his Almeric and the Mangod adventure, the Higher Heresies of Ulimar. Okay, so Lynn Carter was one of those writers who he was a very jobby writer. He works a lot in fantasy. He was, along with El Spragdicamp, was guilty, shall we say, for some of the pastiches in the original Conan series, um, and it was he. I mean, his own stories. I mean, they're adventure stories. They're sword and sorceries. That are so you get what you pay for, and they're just very good adventure stories. Now, this is a bit of a weighty tome. This one is Dragon World, and it's by Byron Priest, you can see, and Michael Reeves. Now, I remember having this back in the 80s. And there were two books that were big outsized versions that I loved. One of them was this one, Dragon World, and the other one was Usharak by the Hildebrand brothers. And that the illustrations were nicer in that, yeah, because Hildebrand brothers. But this one I remember, and then I forgot all about it. And then someone in a group that I'm part of on Facebook, I can't remember which group, was talking about it. So I found it on World of Books, and it wasn't very expensive. It's got some really lovely illustrations in it. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah, I mean something like that. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So this was another one. This is way back. It doesn't even got an ISBN number. So this would have been back in the early 80s, 1979. So once again, it's in very good condition. I don't think this has ever been read, to be quite honest. There's nothing, no on the spine. And this is a Bantam Books edition, but it's £1. Whether that was put on afterwards, but it's. I remember this being in the vein of Lord of the Rings, obviously, and yeah, it's. I remember it being a romp, as it were. And 1 minute, it's very hot at the moment. We're in the middle of a heat wave. I'm very thirsty. Excuse me. Okay, right. So the last one I got from World of Books, I think. Yeah, it was this one. The Horse Clans, number 12. A Woman of the Horse Clans. Can you see that? Robert Adams' Horse Clans. I'm a big fan, massive fan. I used to have all of them back in the day. And slowly but surely getting them together. I've got the first three and this one. So whenever I see them for sale anywhere, I try and snap them up. If anybody's got any going spare, get in touch. Yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, it's a future history of the Earth, and it's all about horses and telepathic men and giant telepathic cats and all kinds of things. So it's another good romping adventure. It's kind of John Norman's Gore without all the pervy sex in it. So there you go. Right, so as I said, I am surprised with Temu. I bought a couple of things I think I mentioned last month, and I decided to try them out for some more stuff. So I picked up these, Beyond and Within. Apparently it's a series. This one is folk horror stories. Very nice edition. The end papers are very nice. It's very well put together. It's a very well put together series, it seems, but It was extremely cheap. I think I got the two hardback books for less than a tenner, or about a tenner. This one has got it's a who's it got? John Connolly, Jen Williams, Adam Neville, who I really like, Katie Young. It's got Stephen Volk, who is really good. He wrote the screenplay for um, Gothic, and he also wrote the screenplay for what was that BBC TV series or TV show that sent everyone doodling in the 80s. I can't remember. But yeah, he's a really good writer. Christina Singh, and unfortunately, it's got the master himself in there, who's probably still trying to troll people. Yeah, I'm talking about Neil Gaiman. Anyway, so and then this one, which is Midsummer Mysteries, which is in the same series, but it's a blue one. So it's got some really nice, as I say, it's really nicely put together. On the inside, the end papers are blue in this one, obviously. There are illustrations in both, but this one's edited by Martin H. These are from Flame Tree Publishing, by the way, who someone I bought some of my Ramsey Campbells I bought from them. I don't know anybody who's in. I don't know. Probably. I mean, I read thrillers and whodunits, but I'm not seeing any names that I recognise. So, I mean, these are from 2024, both of them. So it's a series probably it's a remainder, and they're getting rid of. So yeah, but I mean that's fine. I don't care. Very good. I enjoy them. The other one was that I got for less than £15. I think I got them for about £10. But the Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter long series. So I've got it's the whole series. The Long Earth, which I'm reading at the moment. Started a couple of days ago. There you go. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. The Long War. The Long Mars. The Long Utopia. And The Long Cosmos. So it's all the books in the series. I think the last two had minimal Pratchett. I think he'd already died by the time those two came out, unfortunately. Yeah. I think so, but I know that they mapped out the series quite a lot before he went for a walk across the dark sands, the black sands. But yeah, so those came from Temu. This one came from Temu, which is a lovely box set of H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah. I mean, they're probably all out of copyright, which is why they were so cheap. But there's a couple in there that I'm not familiar with, which is the Randolph Carter tales and Macabre tales. I think there are some stories in there that I don't know. It's a very nicely put together collection. There's Cthulhu on the front there. I have a fleeting suspicion, well, not fleeting. I'm certain that the illustrations on the books are AI generated, which seems to be something that we can't get away from at the moment. Which is, they're not horrible, but I think it's kind of. This is the Dunwich horror. I'll take that one out just to show you. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. In fact, I hate AI generated shit. But what are you going to do? It was affordable, and it's a very nice set. And I'm just waiting to get on to my next HP Lovecraft kick, because I like a bit of Lovecraft in the morning, as I say. Anyway, let's rearrange these a little bit, because I've got loads of books and I'm running out of space. I keep reading them, but I don't get rid of them. I mean, who wants to get rid of them? Right, so the other... I know, okay, yeah. So last month I got Hero's Journey, so I thought I'd pick up The Unforsaken Hero, which is the second in Sterling Lanier's Heroes series. This is I've not read. Yeah, I read the other one many years ago. I've never read this, and I thought that they were good. So that's something to look forward to. So I'll get into those. Also, The Man Who Fell to Earth, Martin Tevis. For those of you who don't know, he wrote Mockingbird and also Colour of Money and The Hustler. So he was a man of many talents, but he had a little penchant for SF. So he wrote what was it, the Nightingale, I think it's called, and this the Mockingbird, not Nightingale, and The Man Who Fell to Earth. Now I remember seeing a movie of this with David Bowie many years ago, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to reading this. It's supposed to be really good. So yeah, that's fun to look forward to. What is a book called without some dick? Okay, no, but that's Philip K. Dick in this case. So this is the penultimate truth. I'm kind of getting a lot of these FSF masterworks, and I've got about nearly 20, I think now. The series is quite good for catching up, because I stopped reading science fiction for a long time, and since watching YouTube and getting involved in BookTube, I've kind of got back into reading science fiction, which is good, because I'm finding loads of stuff that I really love, and I really love Philip K. Dick, PKD. So this one is the penultimate truth, which is, I'll read the back blurb on the back because it's interesting. World War III is raging, or so the millions of people crammed in their underground tanks believe. For 15 years, subterranean humanity has been fed on daily broadcasts of a never-ending nuclear destruction, sustained by a belief that in the all-powerful protector. But up on Earth's surface, a different kind of reality reigns. East and West are at peace, and across the planet, an elite core of expert hoaxers preserve the lie. Okay, so anybody who's watching Silo, or even play after what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. It's on they made a TV series of it. Oh, my mind is going, it's the heat. Anyway, I think they must have read that, because so much, especially with Silo. Anyway, Ursula K. Le Guin, The Dispossessed. I remember reading this years ago and loving it. So I really like Ursula K. Le Guin. Obviously, I've read and I own the Earthsea series, but the other one I've never read, but I need to get a copy of, is The Lathe of Heaven. But this one I remember loving this one, and I can't wait to read that one. And Gene Wolfe, The Book of the New Sun, Volume 2. I've got Volume 1 in this series, in the SF Masterwork series. Obviously I read them many years ago, but I not long ago read volume 1, so I need to read volume 2 as well. And the other are 2 books from 2 writers that I've never read, hadn't heard of until fairly recently actually. If it's in the last, at least the last 6 months, but certainly in the last year, and that's Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. I've got one. Monday starts on Saturday, and The Snail on the Slope. Okay, so those I'm looking forward to. They come highly recommended. The one that they're famous for is Roadside Picnic. So interesting to see. I mean, we read a lot of American science fiction and also Japanese science fiction, obviously British science fiction, but Russian I've never read. I think I've read any, to be quite honest. No, I haven't read a lot. I haven't read any Russian science fiction. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully everyone's having a good reading life at the moment. Let me know in the comments if you've read any books that I've got and what you've thought of them. And if you've got any suggestions, please make them. So I hope that you're all looking after each other, looking after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.